My heart is where the Hebrew home is. For where the heart is, that's where you find the Hebrew home. Hebrew home, Hebrew home. Good morning, Hebrew home. My home, my heart. My heart is where the Hebrew home is. For where the heart is, that's where you find the Hebrew home.
Good morning. Welcome to Wendy Wednesday at Good Morning Hebrew Home. Hope everyone's doing well today. We have another edition, a very fun-filled, jam-packed program for you. As you know, each day we share something about ourselves at the top of the show. And since Sunday is Mother's Day, and we've been showing our Mother's Day videos, I thought it would be appropriate for me to share with you about my mom. So this is a picture of me and my mom. Her name's Audrey, and she lives at Riverwalk. So I get to see her usually every day. I haven't seen her so much given everything going on, but it's nice that she's so close, and I'm very appreciative of her. We've always been close, both geographically and emotionally, and she's just really an important person in my life. And I always think back when I was a kid and coming home from kindergarten. I'd always come home at lunchtime, and so I'd get home and my mom would always be there, and she'd always have a hot meal for me, and just seeing her every day after school just meant so much. So this is a special shout out to my mom. Happy Mother's Day, and looking forward to seeing you on Sunday. I have a poem that I found on the internet that I thought our viewers would enjoy. It's by George Cooper, and it says, "Hundreds of stars in a pretty sky, hundreds of shells on the shore together, hundreds of birds that go singing by, hundreds of lambs in the sunny weather, hundreds of dewdrops to greet the dawn, hundreds of butterflies on the lawn, but only one mother, the world is over, the world wide over." And I just thought that was perfect because each of us, we only have one mom, and hopefully each of you have a special relationship, with your kids, and you had one with your mom, and it's just an important relationship that we all have. Now, you might remember that we have a blue mailbox on our set. That's for our viewer mail. When the mailbox flag is down, that means we have no mail. Unfortunately, no mail to share today, but please send us your comments, your questions for any of us. We would love to hear from you. It's super easy. Just tell your therapeutic activity staff person on your floor, or just pick up the phone and call us. We are extension 2813. It's 2813. Please send us your comments, your questions. We want to hear from you. If you looked out your window, you saw it's a little gloomy today. It's a little rainy, only in the low 50s, so it's a good day to be indoors and just peeking out from inside. Our menu, what we're serving you today for lunch: hamburger on a bun with french fries and homemade coleslaw, and a black and white cookie for dessert. Our dinner is minestrone soup, broiled tilapia cacciatore, linguine with garlic and olive oil, and pound cake. Today in history is an interesting one. Do you know that in 1994, on this day, the England-France Channel Tunnel opened? There were two ceremonies, both in France and Britain, so that's an interesting day. And then there's some very fun holidays that are happening today. It's No Homework Day, which we don't have to worry about homework, but I'm sure the students out there, would like to know about that. It's also National Golf Day. Do any of our residents play golf? Definitely. We got David Finkelstein here in the background. He's a big golfer. I know he plays with his buddies. Why don't you write us? Let us know if you've ever played golf. I like to tell the story that I am a golf school dropout. Many years ago, my husband and I, we went to golf school, and I didn't make it throughout the day. That's all that I'll say. So it did not bode well for me. It's also No Diet Day. Woohoo! Spread the word. No Diet Day, okay? That's like the best day of the year, I think, right? There's also Great American Rump Out. I don't know what that means. Does anybody know what that means? If you do, please write us, because we'd like to know. It's also National Nurses Day, which is a really important day. We are celebrating our nurses at the Hebrew Home. And when you see a nurse on your floor, I hope that you will give her a special shout out and a thank you for all that she or he does for you. So we wish all the best to our nurses out there. May 6th in entertainment history is another interesting one. Do you know that they released the film Miracle on 34th Street today, May 6th? Does that make any sense? It's a Christmas movie. So let us know if you've seen that movie, if you like that movie. I thought that was interesting. It was also, guess how much it cost to go to the movies that year? In 1947, when that movie came out, 35 cents. Do you remember those days? Let us know if you do. Funny Face also came out on May 6th in 1957. And in 1957, the admission price went up to about 50 cents. So a little bit more, still a bargain. Celebrity birthdays today are George Clooney, Tony Blair, the former Prime Minister, Orson Welles, Rudolph Valentino, Sigmund Freud. You know who else was born today? Phyllis B. Happy birthday, Phyllis. We're wishing you all the best. And we have your horoscope today, Phyllis. It says, if you are the sort of person who enjoys surprises, then the coming year will give you reason to smile. If not, you should smile anyway, because whatever changes are forced on you will benefit you in the long term. The universe knows what you need. So that's a pretty good horoscope. Now, the best part of the show is our special guest. We have today Alison Johnson, RiverSpring Health's social media manager, who I am so fortunate to get to work with every single day. Welcome to the show, Alison.
Thank you, Wendy.
It's great to see you. And now, for all of you who don't know, Alison, her side job is being our camera person. So she usually is at the helm. Today we're lucky to have Lisa behind the camera, but Alison is the one who controls the camera for this show. So welcome.
Hi, Wendy.
I thought we could start with talking a little bit about what social media is and what you do in that role.
Yeah, so I know a lot of residents know me as the camera lady. I walk around a lot and take a lot of photos of residents and staff, and what I do with those photos is I put them on our social media channels. And if you're not familiar with what social media is for our residents out there, you can kind of think of it as a combination between an online newspaper and a photo album and a community where you can comment and talk to each other and share your thoughts with each other. So we have several channels. We have a Facebook channel, we have Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn for the Hebrew Home and for RiverSpring Health. And it's for residents, for staff, for the family members of our residents, for our local community, and prospective residents to learn all about what the Hebrew Home is, what we do here, what our community is like, and things like that. So it's a fun job to do, and I'm glad to be here to do it.
Social media is a really interesting form of communication. I don't know if any of you are on it. If you are, let us know. We'd love to hear if you like Facebook or Twitter or what social channels that you're on. But how did you get into social media?
Well, my degree is in English, and I also minored in communications and music in college. And then my first job out of college was it was called a web marketing assistant, and I started the social media channels for a home care company, a senior home care company, and managed their channels. And then I kind of graduated to their national platforms, and then now I'm here doing social media, so it's really been something that I've done my entire career.
And you're very good at it.
Well, thank you.
So our residents might be surprised to know that Alison is not a native New Yorker, even though she fits in so beautifully. Why don't you tell us how you came to New York?
Yeah, so I was born and raised in Maryland, Frederick, Maryland, which is about an hour outside of DC and Baltimore, if you're familiar with the area. And just until about a year and a half ago, I lived there, and then I moved here because my husband is in medical school at Albert Einstein College of Medicine. And we were dating long distance for a couple years, and then we got married, and I made the decision that, when we did get married, I would move because my job was a little bit more portable than his was, and I'm here and haven't looked back.
So, what do you think about New Yorkers? Was it hard to adjust? Did you have a certain stereotype about a New Yorker in your mind, or tell us what that experience
I
was
don't think I had any preconceived notions of what it would be like, but it definitely is a different culture from Maryland, where I grew up. So it was just a little bit of getting used to just, different ways people drive and different ways people talk and things like that. But I'm happy to be here, and I have to say the very best thing about New York, though, is that I get to live with my husband. We're not long distance anymore, and we've found a lot of new things to try, a lot of new adventures, and it's an adventure. It's a good way to put it.
You love the botanical gardens, right?
Yeah, we became members of the National Botanical Garden, or the New York Botanical Garden, and unfortunately it's closed right now, but as soon as it opens, we're getting on our bikes and riding down there immediately.
It's beautiful there. Have any of you been to the botanical gardens? Why don't you write us? Let us know what you love about it if you've been there. And you also have a secret talent, which is playing the flute. Why don't you share with us how long you've been playing, when you play in your spare time, all that good stuff?
Sure. I've been playing the flute since I was about 10 years old, so I think it's 22 years now. And, I played all through school, all through college. When I graduated college, I continued to find local community bands to play in. I've played all through my life at church. That's been a big part of it. And I don't do it for any other reason that I just enjoy it. It's something I've always loved to do. I've never wanted to do it professionally because then it would become work. I just want it to be something that I love to do. It's relaxing, and it's been fun bringing it here. I've gotten to play with Larry the past couple weeks. We've been preparing a special number for you all later in the show, and that's honestly been the best part of my workday, to just play my flute for a little while and practice.
That's great. Do any of you play instruments? I played the piano. I took lessons, but I haven't played for a long time. And I did play the flute, also, but not for a long time. So we'd love to hear from you if you play. Let us know what you play and what style of music you enjoy performing. Before we have our special performance with Alison and Larry, I always ask these 4 questions of our guests. So, what is your favorite food?
My favorite food is banana bread. It's just like the ultimate comfort food, and it can't go wrong with banana bread. I love it.
Do you make it from scratch?
I do. It's the perfect way to get rid of those ripened bananas that are sitting on your fridge or whatever, and I like to bake it. I like when other people bake it. It's good from the store. It's just good anytime.
With nuts or without nuts?
Either way.
Oh, all
it's
right.
really versatile.
Next question. Who's a memorable celebrity you met? And if you haven't met any interesting celebrities, who would be on your wish list to meet?
Well, I can't think of anyone who is super notable that I've met. I'm not typically a starstruck person, but I think if I had to pick a celebrity to meet, it would be J.K. Rowling. She's, if you're familiar with the Harry Potter series, she's the author of that, and in my opinion, probably the best writer in the world.
Wow.
And I'm a huge fan of the series, and I actually know there's a resident who's been reading through the series for the first time through this quarantine. I can't think of a better way, but I think Rowling would just be so fun to talk to, like maybe get some inside information on like the characters' backstories or her writing process, or I just think she's a fascinating person.
The Harry Potter is on Broadway.
Yes, yep. I've read the screenplay. I haven't been there to see it yet. It's on the list.
And that's like a 2-parter. You have to go see the show, I think, for 2 sessions, like in the morning, in the afternoon, or something. It's a very big time commitment.
Yes.
What is your lucky number?
6. I like the number 6. It's a nice even number. It's my shoe size. Can always find. They always put like the size 6 on the display, so you never have to go through all the boxes. It's super lucky that way. I was married on the 6th day of the month, and it was a perfect day, so I can only explain the luckiness to the number.
Good. And last question, if you were not human, what animal would you be?
I think I would be a hummingbird. They're attracted to bright, colorful things, which I like, sweet things. I have a sweet tooth. And if I was something other than human, I would want to try flying, wouldn't you? So.
All right, that sounds
Go
good.
for a hummingbird. Yeah.
All right, we have a very special treat for you, a live performance with Allison. And Larry, do you want to tell us a little bit what we're going to listen to?
Yeah, so Larry and I are going to play for you a medley of Beauty and the Beast songs. Beauty and the Beast is actually the very first show that I ever saw on Broadway. And I'm a huge fan of the music, and I hope you like it too.
Awesome. Okay. That was amazing. Thank you so much, Larry and Allison. That was absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
Wasn't that amazing? Let's get some viewer mail in on that performance. That was awesome. Thank you both.
Hello, and please join us for our first code celebration in the GP lower level circle. Please join us for our first code celebration as we transition somebody home in the GP lower level circle. Thank you.
Did our viewers just hear that? If you heard that,
We are celebrating this code celebration now. Please join us in the GP lower level circle. Thank you.
sorry for the interruption in the broadcast. That was actually a great news announcement. We have, as you may know, a COVID recovery floor, and the announcement was to say that some of our patients are well enough to go home. So that's really great news. Sorry for the interruption in the broadcast. Thank you again to Allison and to Larry. Want to remind you about some programming notes before we leave you. We have Bible study with Rabbi Noah coming up very shortly at 11. Wellness with Deborah at 1:30, a concert with Larry at 2:30, so you get to see him again. And if you'd like to check out our show again, we're going to be rebroadcast today at 6:30. We always close our show with some positive news, and as you may remember from last Wednesday, I am a big pet lover. Last week I spoke about cats, and this week I'm going to speak about a dog. There's a sweet golden retriever in Colorado who is showing that dogs aren't just man's best friend, they're also man's best neighbor. 71-year-old Renee Hellman is just one of many Colorado residents who have isolated themselves in their homes for fear of risking exposure to COVID. She'd been quarantined for a long time, and her neighbor wanted to do something to help her, but she didn't know how to help her. So what she did was, she taught her pet dog Sundance how to deliver groceries to her doorstep. So not only has Sundance been delivering food and meals to Renee, he's also been retrieving her mail and bringing it to her mailbox. From the mailbox to her front step. So her Sundance's daily visits cheer her up, and she calls this golden retriever her humble hero. So I thought that was really sweet. How many of you have had dogs in your day? You think any of them would be able to deliver the mail and groceries to their neighbor? I know my dogs, they're not that well trained. Before we end the show, we have some beautiful, heartwarming Mother's Day videos to share with you once again. To all of our residents, to all of our families, we wish you all the best for a happy Mother's Day, filled with love, and big shout out to you. Thank you for spending some of your day with me, and enjoy our videos.
Hi, Dee. We love you. Happy Mother's Day.
Hi Mom, it's Andrea. I wanted to wish you a very happy Mother's Day. I love you so much. You are the best mom ever. Mwah, 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 mwah. Love you, Mom.
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day, Grandma Carol. We miss you. See you soon. Mwah.
Hi, Ma.
Hi, Ma. Happy Mother's Day.
Wish we could all be together, but unfortunately we can't. But we're glad you're back in New York, and we look forward to seeing you soon.
And hopefully we'll see you soon when the weather gets warm. Bye.
Love you. Bye-bye.
Happy Mother's Day.
Mother's Day.
We love you.
Love you.
Happy
Mother's Day, Mom. We love you, we miss you, and it's my birthday today, and you see what your son did. And hope you having a wonderful time, Mom. You miss us, but we good. And
Miss you, Mama. We love you.
bye, Mom. Bye, Mama.
Hi, Mommy. I just want to wish you a happy Mother's Day. I hope you enjoy your day. I miss you, I love you, and I can't wait to see you soon. Bye-bye.
Mother's Day, Mimi.
Happy Mother's Day, Mom. I love you. I miss you. Can't wait to see you. God bless you always. Enjoy this special day. And we hope to see you soon. Take care.
Take care.
Happy Mother's Day, Auntie Velma. I am sending you wishes from Virginia for a very happy Mother's Day. I love you, I miss you, and I lift up prayers that God will bless you and let his love just shine down upon you. Have a wonderful day. I love you.
Happy Mother's Day to you, Mom. I wish you all the best. We miss you, we love you, and we can't wait to see you. This prayer for you. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou among women, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners, now and at the hour of our death. Love you.
Happy Mother's Day, Dora.
Hi,
Miss
Ma.
you.
How's it going? Hope you're doing all right
Hope you have a great day.
and everyone's staying healthy. Unfortunately, we won't be able to see you this Mother's Day because of what's going on out there with the virus, but as long as you're okay, know that you're always in our prayers, even though we don't get to talk to you. But we miss you, we love you, and hopefully we'll get to see you soon, okay? All right, bye. Love you.
Hi, Grandma. Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day, Grandma. Love you.
Love you too. Have a great day.
Hi, Grandma. Just wanted to say Happy Mother's Day. We love and miss you. We'll see you soon.
Hi, Grandma. Happy Mother's Day. We love you. Can't wait to see you. Hope you have a great day. Happy Mother's Day to you and to everybody else at the Hebrew home and to all of the wonderful employees that are there taking care of our loved ones. We appreciate you. Love you, Grandma. Love you.
Hebrew home, good morning, Hebrew home. My heart is where the Hebrew home is. For where the heart is, that's where you find the Hebrew home. Hebrew home, good morning, Hebrew home. My heart